There is something about the presence of the chosen ones that cannot be easily explained. It transcends words, surpasses rational understanding, and creates an impact that can be felt before a single word is spoken. The power of this presence is subtle yet immense, like an invisible wave that permeates spaces and reaches souls. The chosen ones carry a unique energy, something that resonates beyond the physical, touching others on a deep spiritual level. This energy cannot be ignored, which is precisely why it provokes such extreme reactions, both admiration and discomfort. Even before the chosen ones enter a space, the vibration they carry is already perceived. It's as if the atmosphere begins to shift, the air becomes denser, more charged with a presence that cannot be denied. People attuned to higher frequencies, those seeking growth, healing, and truth, are naturally drawn to this presence. They are like flowers turning toward the sun, seeking light to nourish their souls. These individuals feel peace, inspiration, and hope in the presence of a chosen one because they carry a vibration that reminds everyone of what is real, of what is eternal. But there is another side to this coin. Those who are disconnected from their truth, trapped in dense energies of fear, ego, and resistance, feel something entirely different. The presence of the chosen ones disturbs them because it reveals everything they are trying to hide. It's as if the light of the chosen illuminates the shadows within them, forcing them to confront truths they would rather ignore. This revelation can be uncomfortable, even painful, because it demands growth, change, and the shedding of old illusions. Instead of embracing this opportunity for transformation, many react with rejection, resistance, or even hostility. The presence of the chosen ones doesn't go unnoticed because it carries a spiritual intensity that challenges the status quo. In a world where superficiality is the norm, where masks are worn to hide deep insecurities, the authenticity of the chosen ones becomes a revolutionary force. They don't need to say anything. Their mere presence is enough to destabilize the fragile balance many try to maintain. Their energy speaks louder than any words, like a vibration resonating in the hearts and minds of those who come into contact with it. This energy is felt not only in direct interactions but also in moments of silence. This is why the chosen ones often feel watched. They may enter a room and feel the eyes upon them, as if they are a beacon of light amidst the darkness. There is something in the way they walk, the serenity in their eyes, the firmness of their posture that captures attention. It's not arrogance or superiority, it's simply the reflection of a soul aligned with a higher purpose, of someone carrying a spiritual force that is rare in this world. For the chosen ones, this intense presence can be both a gift and a challenge. On one hand, it enables them to fulfill their mission, inspire others, and serve as beacons of light. On the other hand, this intensity can repel those who are not ready to face their own shadows. The chosen ones must understand that this is not personal. When someone reacts with discomfort or rejection, it is not the chosen one being rejected, but what they represent. Their presence is a mirror, and not everyone is ready to see the reflection it casts. This inexplicable impact can be difficult to manage, especially when the chosen ones are still learning to accept their mission. They may question why they provoke such extreme reactions, why they attract so much attention even when they wish to go unnoticed. The answer lies in the nature of their own light. The light of the chosen cannot be hidden because it is not something that comes from them, it is something that flows through them. It is a divine gift, a flame ignited within their souls to fulfill a greater purpose. And like any flame, it illuminates what is around it but also attracts those who wish to bask in its warmth or extinguish it. The chosen ones need to learn to accept and protect this presence. It is a sacred gift, a manifestation of the divine, and it must be treated with respect and care. They must understand that not everyone who approaches has good intentions. Some people are drawn to their light only to try to drain it, to steal a bit of their brilliance because they cannot generate their own energy. Others will attempt to diminish the chosen one, criticize their authenticity, or sow doubt in their minds because they feel threatened by their strength. This is why discernment is so important. The chosen ones must learn to recognize who deserves access to their energy and who must be kept at a distance. Protecting their energy does not mean dimming their light. On the contrary, it means strengthening it, cultivating it, and sharing it wisely. The chosen ones must remember that their presence has a purpose, that their impact, even when misunderstood, is playing an important role in the greater divine plan. Every person touched by their energy, every heart transformed by their presence, is proof that they are on the right path. They don't need to be understood by everyone. They only need to be true to themselves and the mission entrusted to them. And so, the chosen ones keep walking, with the certainty that their presence is a powerful force in the world. They are not shaken by negative reactions because they know their light is greater than any shadow. They trust that even when they seem to cause discomfort, they are planting seeds of transformation. Their mere existence is a reminder that truth, authenticity, and light have the power to change the world. People accustomed to the normal see the authenticity of the chosen ones as a threat because it challenges their illusions. It's as if the presence of someone real forces them to confront the possibility that they may be living a lie. This generates discomfort, resistance, and often attacks. When someone is deeply invested in maintaining an illusion, any attempt to question it feels like an aggression. The chosen ones, by being authentic, become easy targets, not because they've done anything wrong, but because they represent everything the world tries to hide: the truth. The courage of the chosen ones to be authentic exposes the emptiness of lives built on appearances. Through their actions and choices, they show that there is more to life than what is visible. They prove it's possible to live in alignment with one's essence, even if it means facing criticism, resistance, and solitude. And this proof in itself is powerful, because by challenging the norms, the chosen ones inspire those who are ready to awaken. They show it's possible to live without masks, to choose truth over convenience, and to be free in a world that seeks to confine. However, this authenticity comes at a price. The chosen often face rejection, isolation, and misunderstanding. Their intensity is misinterpreted, their depth is seen as uncomfortable, and their courage to not conform is perceived as a threat. But the chosen must understand that this reaction is proof of their strength. They were not sent into the world to fit in, they were sent to transform it. They are not here to please everyone but to live their truth, and in doing so, open paths for others to do the same. This duality, admiration and resistance, is something the chosen must learn to accept. Some people will be drawn to their light, inspired by their authenticity and motivated to seek their own truth. Others, however, will feel threatened and react with criticism, envy, or rejection. This is not a reflection of the chosen but rather a reflection of the inner state of those individuals. The presence of the chosen serves as a silent reminder that life can be more, that it's possible to live in alignment with spirit, and that illusions must be shattered. Not everyone is ready to hear this message. That's why the chosen must remain steadfast. They must not dim their light to make others more comfortable. They must not diminish their intensity to fit into a world afraid of what is real. Their authenticity is a gift, even if some cannot recognize it. Their courage to be truthful is an act of love. Love for themselves, for the Creator, and for the purpose they carry. Every time they choose truth over conformity, they create a wave of transformation that spreads far beyond what they can see. Those who resist today may one day give thanks. The authenticity of the chosen plants seeds, even when they're not visible. Someone who rejects them today might, in the future, remember their courage and use it as inspiration for their own journey. The chosen must trust the impact of their presence, even when it is unrecognized. They don't need to see the fruits to know they are planting something significant. Their mission is to live the truth, and that, in itself, is a powerful contribution to the world. In the end, the world may not be ready for the chosen ones, but it needs them. It needs people who challenge lies, who inspire authenticity, and who prove it's possible to live truthfully. The light of the chosen is not just for them, it's for all those seeking a way back to themselves. Their authenticity is a beacon, a flame that guides others through the darkness and reminds them that truth is the only path to true freedom. And so, the chosen continue. They are not discouraged by criticism or resistance. They understand that their mission is greater than the approval of others. They know they've been called to something much deeper, much more meaningful. Their authenticity is their greatest strength, and it is through it that they fulfill the purpose the Creator has placed within their souls. They don't just live, they inspire. And that is the true mark of the chosen. The energetic frequency of the chosen ones is one of the most extraordinary aspects of their journey. It vibrates at a higher level, almost like a subtle yet powerful melody resonating through the invisible field of the universe. This frequency is unique, distinct, and it creates a profound impact on the people and environments the chosen ones enter. It's not something visible to the naked eye, but it can be felt, like an invisible wind stirring the still waters of a lake. What few understand is that this elevated vibration is no accident. It is a direct reflection of the deep spiritual connection the chosen ones have with the divine, with truth, and with the mission they carry. Imagine the energetic frequency as a light. Those who vibrate at higher levels shine more brightly, and this light is perceived by everyone around them, even unconsciously. There are those who are drawn to this light, like lost travelers finding a lighthouse in the darkness. These are the souls who, in some way, seek to awaken, evolve, and find a greater purpose in their lives. When they come into contact with the frequency of a chosen one, something within them begins to stir. It's as if a dormant memory is awakened, as if the light of the chosen ignites a spark within them, inviting them to begin their own journey of transformation. They feel inspired, comforted, and drawn because they sense something real, something pure, in the presence of the one who carries this elevated frequency. At the same time, this frequency provokes extreme reactions in others. Those trapped in denser energies, such as fear, envy, ego, and resistance, feel discomfort when coming into contact with the light of the chosen ones. This happens because the elevated vibration effortlessly exposes the darkness within them. It's like walking into a brightly lit room after spending a long time in the dark. The eyes hurt, there's an initial rejection. The elevated frequency of the chosen challenges lower vibrations to move, to transform, and not everyone is ready for this change. Some prefer to stay where they are, clinging to their comfort zones, illusions, and unresolved pain. For them, the presence of the chosen represents a threat, a constant reminder of everything they're avoiding. This duality, the magnetic attraction and intense rejection, is what makes the frequency of the chosen so powerful and, at the same time, so challenging to carry. At times, the chosen may feel like magnets, drawing both those who wish to evolve and those who resist growth. It's as if their presence acts as a natural filter, separating those ready for truth from those still caught in shadows. This can be exhausting because, while the chosen inspire and elevate, they can also become targets of energetic attacks, criticism, and misunderstanding. Environments, too, are deeply affected by the elevated frequency of the chosen. When they enter a place, the energy of that space inevitably begins to reorganize. It's as if their presence brings a wave of balance and transparency that forces everything to return to its natural state. People who were comfortable in their dysfunctional dynamics may feel this wave as a destabilization. Hidden truths begin to surface, masks start to fall, and stagnant energies begin to shift. Some people embrace this change, feeling relieved by the rebalancing the chosen bring. Others resist with all their might because the impact of the light disturbs the shadows in which they were accustomed to living. This dynamic can make the chosen feel out of place or even rejected. They may enter an environment and feel the weight of people's gazes, sense the silent discomfort, or even receive comments laden with negative energy. But it's important for the chosen to understand that this is not a reflection of who they are. It's proof of their strength, their light, and the impact of their presence. When elevated frequency meets resistance, it doesn't mean the chosen are failing, it means they're fulfilling their role. They are provoking movement, even if that movement is initially uncomfortable for others. The chosen must learn to protect their frequency. Although their light is strong, it can also be drained if not cared for. There are those who approach only to feed on the energy of the chosen, like spiritual vampires who siphon light from others to fill their own voids. These individuals can be seductive, charismatic, and even seem well-intentioned at first, but over time, the chosen will notice the exhaustion. Protecting their frequency means developing the discernment needed to recognize who deserves access to their energy and who must be kept at a distance. Spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, grounding, and visualization are essential tools for the chosen to maintain and protect their elevated frequency. These practices help cleanse the negative energies they may have absorbed throughout the day and re-establish their connection to the divine, which is the true source of their light. The chosen should also surround themselves with people who share the same vibration, who uplift their energy instead of draining it. Community is a powerful way to strengthen frequency because when two or more chosen come together, their lights amplify, creating an energetic field that is nearly impenetrable. In the end, the elevated frequency of the chosen is a gift, a sign of their connection to the divine and their mission in the world. It doesn't need to be explained or justified, it simply is. Those ready to receive it will feel inspired and transformed. Those who resist it may one day remember this light and use it as a starting point for their own journey. The important thing is that the chosen continue to vibrate in their truth, without shrinking, without dimming, without apologizing for who they are. Their frequency is a gift the world needs, and even when it causes discomfort, it is fulfilling the purpose for which it was created. There is something mysterious and unexplainable about the presence of the chosen ones that transcends rational understanding. Often, those around them feel the intensity of this presence without being able to name what they are experiencing. It is like an invisible field, a spiritual vibration that stirs parts of them they didn't even know existed. This discomfort or admiration, this inexplicable emotional reaction, is no coincidence. It is spiritual. The energy of the chosen carries weight, meaning, and depth that touches people's souls on levels far beyond conscious perception. It's as though their presence activates a hidden truth, a silent call that says, "Wake up. There is more." The chosen ones do not just carry the light of truth, they carry a direct connection to the divine, a spiritual frequency that can be felt even by those without spiritual awareness. It's as if the human soul, in its essence, recognizes this vibration, even when the mind resists understanding it. The simple presence of a chosen one can serve as a portal, a mirror, or a window through which people catch glimpses of what lies beyond the physical world. For this reason, reactions to the chosen are often instinctive, emotional, almost primal. The spirit recognizes what the mind struggles to accept. This is where hidden spirituality reveals itself. Those who are awakened feel the light of the chosen as a balm, a relief for their weary souls. They recognize this energy as sacred, something that calls them to remember who they truly are. It's like a gentle voice echoing in the depths of their consciousness, whispering that it's time to return home, to their spiritual essence. However, for those who are disconnected, the reaction can be the opposite. The light of the chosen unsettles them because it touches wounds that have been ignored, shadows that have been repressed, and truths that have been buried. This encounter with the spiritual is unsettling for those who have grown accustomed to living only on the surface of existence. Imagine the presence of the chosen as a spiritual lighthouse. The lighthouse does not choose who will be illuminated by its light, it simply shines. But those lost in the sea of unconsciousness react differently to this light. Some feel guided, drawn, and saved. Others feel blinded, irritated, and even frightened because the light forces them to see what they would rather keep in the shadows. There is no neutrality in the presence of the chosen. Their energy provokes movement, awakens emotions, and demands responses. And although the chosen one may not always understand why these extreme reactions occur, they must recognize that their presence is a divine instrument. Additionally, spiritual vigilance is real. The chosen ones, because they carry this connection to the divine, are often observed by both positive and negative forces. There is an invisible audience watching the steps of the chosen, testing their strength, attempting to divert them, or fortifying them for the mission they must fulfill. Angels, spiritual guides, and the Creator are always present, offering silent protection and guidance. At the same time, there are dark forces that resist the advance of light. These forces know that wherever the chosen tread, darkness begins to lose ground. This spiritual battle, often invisible, can manifest in the lives of the chosen in subtle and unexpected ways. Energetic attacks, unforeseen obstacles, and complicated relationships may arise as attempts to distract, weaken, or discourage those who carry the light. These are not merely ordinary challenges. They reflect the spiritual war happening behind the scenes. The greater the mission, the more intense the attacks, because the light of the chosen threatens to dismantle the structures of illusion and manipulation that sustain the darkness. This is why many chosen ones feel persecuted or attacked without any apparent reason. The key to dealing with this spiritual persecution lies in strengthening faith and protecting one's energy. The chosen must not allow dark forces to divert them from their purpose. Prayer, meditation, and silence are powerful weapons that protect their spiritual frequency and maintain their connection to the divine. The light of the chosen does not belong to them. It flows through them, and it is this connection to the divine source that makes them invincible. When the chosen remember that they are not alone, that they are guided and protected by the Creator, they find the strength to continue, even in the most difficult moments. It's important for the chosen to understand that the resistance they face is not personal. They are targeted because they carry something precious, something the world needs. Their presence does not go unnoticed because their light disturbs the shadows. At the same time, it offers hope to those who are ready to awaken. Each time the chosen stand firm in their truth, They serve as a reminder that light is stronger than darkness. They prove that it is possible to live with purpose, courage, and faith in a world still learning how to handle the truth. The chosen cannot control how others react to their presence, but they can control how they respond to these reactions. Instead of hiding or shrinking, they must keep shining. The light they carry is not just for them, it's for the world. Even if some reject it, others will receive it as a divine gift. And in the end, that is what matters. The mission of the chosen is not to please everyone but to remain faithful to the truth they carry. They must remember that their light is a calling, a sacred responsibility, and that every step taken in faith is a victory against the shadows. No matter how much spiritual and energetic persecution the chosen face, they are never alone. The Creator sustains them. Their guides protect them. And there is a legion of awakened souls walking alongside them, even in silence. The journey may feel lonely at times, but it is accompanied on levels the human eyes cannot see. The chosen must trust in this invisible presence, in this spiritual force that guides and strengthens them. When they feel weak or weary, they must remember that they were chosen for a reason. The Creator does not assign missions greater than what those carrying them can endure. And so, the chosen keep walking. They are not shaken by attacks, nor diverted by resistance. They understand that the intensity of their battles is proportional to the greatness of their mission. Each struggle strengthens them, each challenge prepares them, and each victory, no matter how small, is confirmation that they are on the right path. They are living proof that light, when fueled by faith, is unextinguishable. And it is this light that, in the end, transforms the world. The chosen ones carry a light so powerful that their very presence often compels others to step out of their comfort zones. It's as if, by merely being nearby, that light illuminates the most hidden and neglected parts of the souls around them, challenging them to grow, change, and confront the truths they would rather ignore. This movement may be silent, but it is profoundly transformative. However, this same light, so full of truth and purpose, can also become intimidating for those not ready to awaken. The encounter with the light of the chosen can provoke discomfort, resistance, and even rejection, not because the chosen have done something wrong, but because they force others to look within themselves. This process of confrontation happens subtly. The chosen one doesn't need to speak or act in a specific way. Their very authenticity is enough to shake the internal world of those around them. When someone has spent a long time living a life based on illusions, convenient lies, or a limited version of themselves, the presence of someone living in alignment with truth becomes a threat. The chosen, with their light, function as a spiritual alarm clock, something that reminds others of all they could be but have not yet become. The light doesn't judge, force, or pressure, it simply exists. But its existence is enough to provoke an internal battle in those who refuse to leave their comfort zones. Often, what the chosen face is silent intimidation, glances, behaviors, or words carrying a dense energy, as if those around them wish to dim a brightness they cannot handle. Some try to belittle the chosen with subtle criticisms, sarcasm, or comments that imply they are too much or too intense. Others pull away, preferring the comfort of their own shadows to the possibility of transformation the chosen's presence brings. This reaction is not a failure of the chosen but a response from those still resisting the call to awaken. There is a powerful saying, "Light disturbs those accustomed to darkness." This is the truth the chosen need to understand and accept. Their light was not given to be hidden or dimmed to accommodate the discomfort of others. When the chosen shrink or try to minimize who they truly are to fit into environments or relationships where they are not valued, they are not only betraying themselves, they are betraying the purpose the Creator placed within them. They were made to shine, to inspire, to provoke transformation. Even though their light may provoke resistance in some, it also offers healing and hope to many others. And that is where the chosen must focus. This silent movement the chosen provoke, this internal stirring their presence brings, is, in truth, a gift. Even if those resisting cannot see it at the moment, their light is an opportunity for awakening. Those who react with criticism or withdrawal today may, in the future, look back and realize it was the chosen's presence that planted the seeds of a change yet to come. The chosen must trust that their mission is greater than the momentary reactions they provoke. They are here to be beacons, and a beacon never apologizes for guiding those who need light. The chosen must learn to protect their energy. Not everyone who approaches them has good intentions. Some, even unconsciously, will try to drain their energy to fill their own voids. Others will attempt to destabilize them by provoking doubt, fear, or feelings of inadequacy. The chosen need to recognize these patterns and establish clear boundaries. Protecting their peace, their frequency, and their light is an act of self-love and an essential part of their mission. The world needs the chosen. It needs people who challenge what is false, who inspire authenticity, and who plant seeds of transformation. The light of the chosen, though sometimes rejected, is what keeps hope alive. It reminds everyone that there is a path to truth, healing, and awakening. That is why the chosen must not give up, hide, or apologize for who they are. They were made to be different, to be unique, to be agents of change in a world desperately in need of healing. The silent intimidation they face reflects the impact they have on the world. If their light were not powerful, it would not provoke such resistance. Every critique, every look of disdain, every attempt to destabilize them is, in truth, confirmation that their presence is making a difference. And that difference, as subtle as it may seem, is immeasurable. The chosen are not here to please but to illuminate. They are not here to conform but to transform. They are not here to be invisible but to be seen, heard, and felt. As difficult as the journey may be, the chosen must remember they are not alone. The Creator sustains, protects, and strengthens them. Each step taken in faith, every moment they choose truth over conformity, brings them closer to their divine purpose. They are lighthouses amidst the storm, guides in the darkness, and living examples that light, when fueled by faith, can never be extinguished. While the presence of the chosen can sometimes be a source of discomfort and resistance, it also carries immense transformative power. Their light, so intense and undeniable, not only unsettles those who resist change but also acts as a silent force of healing and renewal. Like a lighthouse guiding those lost at sea, the chosen, often without realizing it, inspire others to awaken to their own journeys. The impact of their existence is not measured by spoken words or visible actions but by the invisible seeds planted in the hearts and minds of those they encounter. The transformation brought about by the chosen is not forced. It is inevitable. It is like the sun that, upon rising, does not ask permission to light up the horizon. Its light simply expands, penetrating the darkest places, warming what was cold and bringing life to what seemed dormant. Similarly, the chosen, by their very nature, touch lives. Sometimes it's a brief encounter, a glance, a word, or a silent presence that awakens something profound in another. Other times, it's through longer interactions, friendships, or relationships where transformation unfolds gradually and consistently. There is a fundamental truth in the journey of the chosen. Their mission is not to convert but to inspire. They are not obligated to change those around them, as true change must come from within. What they do, whether consciously or unconsciously, is offer a living example that it is possible to be authentic, free, and connected to something greater. They demonstrate that there is a different path, a path of light, purpose, and truth, and this alone has the power to profoundly touch those ready to hear the message. Even those who initially reject or resist the presence of the chosen are often the ones who need their light the most. It's important for the chosen to understand the extent of their impact. In a world that values visible and immediate results, it's easy to underestimate the significance of small changes and internal movements that no one else can see. But the greatest transformations begin in the unseen, in the subtle, in the seeds planted that, over time, find the right soil to bloom. The chosen must trust that even when they cannot perceive it, they are making a difference. Every smile, every act of kindness, every moment they remain true to their light creates ripples of change that spread far beyond what they can imagine. The transformative power of the chosen lies in the truth they carry. They don't need grand speeches or extraordinary gestures. Their very existence is a message. When they live aligned with their essence, their mission, and their divine connection, they become living proof of what is possible. Their presence says, there is more. There is a path beyond superficiality. There is truth beyond lies. There is a light that can heal, restore, and transform. And those ready to hear this message, even in silence, are deeply moved by it. This impact is evident in the smallest moments. A person observing how the chosen handle challenges might decide to face their own fears. Someone inspired by the chosen's authenticity might begin to question their own masks and seek the truth about who they really are. A soul touched by the peace the chosen carry might decide to seek their own connection to the divine. Transformation doesn't happen all at once. It unfolds in waves, in moments, in seemingly small decisions that over time shape entire lives. However, this ability to inspire transformation also comes with responsibility. The chosen must be mindful of the power they carry and the influence they exert, even unintentionally. Their light, when used wisely, can heal, but if neglected, it can be drained or distorted. This is why the chosen must protect their energy, nurture their spiritual connection, and remain aligned with their mission. They cannot allow external pressures or internal doubts to divert them from their purpose. The world needs them whole, strong, and steadfast in their light. Protecting their light is not an act of selfishness, it is an act of love. By taking care of themselves, the chosen ensure they can continue to be instruments of transformation. Meditation, prayer, and moments of silence and introspection are essential for them to recharge and strengthen their connection to the divine source. It is this connection that sustains them, guides them, and gives them the strength to keep going, even when the path seems difficult. It is this connection that reminds them they are not alone, that they are guided and protected at every step of their journey. The chosen must also learn to trust in divine timing. Not all the seeds they plant will sprout immediately. Some will take years to bloom. Others may only grow long after the chosen are no longer present. But this does not diminish the value of their work. The mission of the chosen is to plant, and growth is the Creator's responsibility. They must trust that by living in truth and light, they are fulfilling the role they were given, even if they never see the final results. Finally, the chosen must remember that their journey is an act of service. They are not here to be worshipped, to gain recognition, or to accumulate personal glory. They are here to serve, to inspire, to heal, and to transform. Their light is not for them, it is for the world. It is a gift they were given, and through them, it multiplies, touching lives and awakening souls. When they understand this, the chosen find peace in their mission. They stop worrying about what others think, about the resistance they face, or about the outcomes they may or may not witness. They simply shine, confident that they are fulfilling the purpose the Creator placed in their hearts. The journey of the chosen is, in many ways, a silent spiritual battle. Behind every smile, every act of kindness, and every moment of peace, there is a continuous effort to protect their light from forces that seek to extinguish it. The world we live in is full of influences that drain energy, divert focus, and undermine faith. For the chosen, who carry an elevated spiritual frequency, this struggle is even more intense. This is why protecting their energy and maintaining spiritual balance is not just a necessity, it is a sacred obligation. The chosen are targets of energetic and spiritual attacks because the light they carry is too powerful to go unnoticed. They are like lit torches in the darkness of night. Wherever they are, their light attracts attention. And just as moths are drawn to a flame, there are energies, both conscious and unconscious, that approach the chosen with the intent to weaken them. These energies may come disguised as people, situations, or even negative thoughts that suddenly arise, attempting to plant doubt, fear, and exhaustion in the minds of the chosen. One of the most common attacks the chosen face is energetic vampirism. Some people, whether knowingly or unknowingly, try to feed off the light of the chosen to fill the voids they feel within themselves. They often approach in a seductive or charismatic manner, only to begin draining the chosen's vital energy. This can happen through prolonged conversations filled with negativity, manipulative behaviors, or simply a constant presence that, instead of uplifting, exhausts. The chosen, with their empathetic and compassionate nature, tend to want to help these people by offering support and understanding. However, caution is necessary. Not everyone who approaches is seeking healing. Some are only looking to feed off the light they cannot generate for themselves. The chosen must learn to recognize these patterns and protect their energy. This does not mean closing their hearts or becoming insensitive, but rather setting healthy boundaries and safeguarding what is sacred. The light of the chosen is a divine gift, and it must be shared wisely. Saying no when necessary is not selfish. It is an act of self-love and a commitment to the mission they carry. Protecting their energy ensures they can continue to be instruments of healing and transformation in the world. Seeking this community is a way to strengthen the spirit. The chosen can find it in various forms, through fortuitous encounters, online connections, spiritual gatherings, or even in a simple exchange glance with someone who seems to understand what they carry. The medium doesn't matter. What matters is recognizing and valuing these connections. When the chosen come together, even if only for a brief moment, something powerful happens. It's as if their energies intertwine, creating a vibrational field so strong that shadows have no chance to approach. They recharge, heal, and fortify themselves to continue their journeys. It is essential for the chosen to surround themselves with people who share their vision and mission. Not everyone will understand the depth of what they carry, and that's okay. But those who do, those who are also awakened, are invaluable companions on this path. They are the ones who encourage, uplift, and remind the chosen of who they truly are. In this union, there is no competition, no comparison, only mutual support and celebration of the light each one carries. It is a spiritual dance where every chosen one plays their role, contributing to the balance and elevation of the whole. The strength found in community also serves as protection. When the chosen unite, they create an energetic field that is nearly impenetrable. The shadows, which attempt to infiltrate through doubt, fear, and attacks, encounter a solid and luminous barrier. This is why dark forces go to great lengths to divide the chosen. They know that when isolated, the chosen are more vulnerable. But together they become an unstoppable force. Each chosen one brings something unique to the table, a perspective, a gift, or wisdom that strengthens the group as a whole. In this diversity, their union becomes even more powerful. Moreover, the chosen must understand that their light not only strengthens one another but also serves as a beacon for those still awakening. There are many walking in darkness, searching for a way out but unsure where to look. The light of the chosen, both individually and collectively, serves as a guide. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every example of authenticity is a seed planted in the hearts of those ready to awaken. And when the chosen unite, their light spreads with even greater force, reaching places and people who might never have been touched otherwise. The unity among the chosen is a reminder that, although the journey can be difficult, they are not alone. They are part of something much greater, a divine plan unfolding across the world. Each chosen one, with their unique light, contributes to the collective awakening of humanity. They are pieces of a spiritual puzzle that, when assembled, form an image of healing, love, and truth. For this reason, it is important for the chosen to recognize each other's value and to know that together they are stronger. And so, the chosen walk side by side even when separated by distance. They share the weight of the mission, the joy of victories, and the certainty that they are fulfilling the purpose for which they were called. Their union is a celebration of light, a living testament that, in the end, truth always prevails and love always wins. They are the hope in a world that so desperately needs it. They are the lighthouses illuminating the way for those still searching for a way out of the darkness. In the midst of silent battles and the relentless journey of the chosen, there is a sacred antidote that keeps them steady, resilient, and aligned with their mission: gratitude. In a world filled with challenges, where resistance and attacks can be constant, the practice of gratitude is the key that unlocks inner peace and elevates the spiritual frequency of the chosen. Gratitude is more than an emotion. It is a conscious decision to focus on what is true, beautiful, and sacred, even when the chaos around them threatens to steal their balance. It is like a light piercing through the darkness, revealing hidden beauty amidst the difficulties. The journey of the chosen is marked by highs and lows, moments of clarity and periods of doubt. At times, the weight of the mission feels overwhelming, and solitude becomes a burden hard to bear. But in these moments, gratitude becomes the most powerful weapon. When the chosen choose to focus on what they already have, what they've already achieved, and the purpose they carry, they transform their perspective on the battles they face. Gratitude doesn't ignore difficulties but places them in a greater context, reminding them that every challenge carries a lesson, a hidden gift that strengthens the soul and prepares the spirit for the next level of the journey. Being grateful doesn't mean passively accepting adversities or pretending they don't exist. It means looking at them with eyes of faith and recognizing that, even in the darkest moments, there is a divine purpose at work. Every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Every criticism is a chance to practice discernment and compassion. Every attack is proof of the strength the chosen carry, because, as the saying goes, no one throws stones at a tree that bears no fruit. Gratitude transforms suffering into wisdom, pain into power, and challenges into steps that bring the chosen closer to their mission. In addition to gratitude, spiritual resilience sustains the chosen on their journey. Resilience is the ability to keep going, to rise, and to move forward even when everything seems to be falling apart. It is the strength to remain faithful to their inner light, even when the shadows around them try to extinguish it. The chosen are resilient not because they never fail, but because they never give up. They understand that every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. Spiritual resilience is built in silence, solitude, and moments of introspection. It is in these moments that the chosen discover strength they didn't know they had. When everything around them feels uncertain, it is in silence that the Creator's voice becomes clearest. It is there that they remember they are not alone, that they are being guided, protected, and strengthened at every step. Resilience is an act of faith, a silent declaration that, regardless of external circumstances, their inner light will remain intact. The chosen must remember that the journey is not a linear path. There will be days of victory when their light shines brighter, and there will be days of battle when darkness feels closer. But in both cases, gratitude and resilience are the tools that maintain balance and clarity. Gratitude keeps them connected to the present, to the blessings already in their lives. Resilience keeps them focused on the future, on the purpose that still needs to be fulfilled. Together, these two forces form the foundation that sustains the chosen in their mission. Practicing gratitude can be simple yet deeply transformative. It can start with a daily moment of reflection, where the chosen pause to recognize all the good in their lives. The people who support them, the lessons learned, the strength they possess, and even the challenges that have shaped them. Writing these reflections in a gratitude journal is a powerful practice, making visible what is often forgotten in the routine. Gratitude creates a positive cycle, where focusing on the good attracts even more blessings because the energy of the chosen aligns with the universe's abundance. Resilience, in turn, is cultivated through small daily victories. Each time the chosen choose to rise, each time they face a challenge with courage, each time they remain faithful to their light, they are strengthening their resilience. It's important they celebrate these moments no matter how small they seem. Each step taken is proof of their strength, and each victory, no matter how quiet, is a reminder they are moving toward their greater purpose. The chosen must also learn to rest. Resilience doesn't mean fighting non-stop until exhaustion. It means knowing when to move forward and when to step back, when to act and when to wait. There is profound wisdom in rest, in silence, and in reconnecting with the divine source. Rest is not weakness. It is a way to recharge energy, restore strength, and renew the spirit. When the chosen allow themselves to rest, they return even stronger, ready to face what lies ahead with a lighter heart and clearer mind. Ultimately, the chosen must trust the process. The path will not always be easy, but it is necessary. Every challenge faced, every moment of pain, and every period of doubt is shaping the chosen for the purpose destined for them. They must trust that they are exactly where they need to be, that every experience is part of a greater plan, and that the Creator will never abandon them. When they surrender to this trust, they find peace amidst the storm, knowing that their light, their mission, and their impact are part of something divine and eternal.